down because I want you to like focus on the things that you're doing really well. And a really great voice and a really nice deportment in general. So let's see if I can help you, I hope, with getting what you love about this piece more about it, yeah? And one of the things maybe is helpful is to remind ourselves that, you know, we spend a lot of time on the text and we spend all the words, all of these things like this class is sort of about, right?
Yeah.
But my minor was business and for my doctorate. And so a lot of in marketing, so 70% of what people actually pay attention to is visual. How does that make us feel as singers? Not great, right? Not great. All of a sudden we're like, ugh. So 70% is visual. 22% is oral. So like the sound, the inflection, which is encouraging. That's encouraging. But only 8% is verbal, which is really disappointing when we spend so much time on the text and we spend so much time on all of these things, right? But one of the things, if we're going to be communicators, which is our job, then maybe what we want to do is start out. And you're wearing a great jewel tone dress. This is always, a great thing to think about. You guys all look great. So like that part is always to your advantage, yeah? But like, let's just start with like how we can say, you said it really beautifully, you said it better than I could, that you love what you love about this piece.
The like peacefulness, like the nature, like kind of the tranquility.
Tranquil, yeah, that's good. How would we display tranquility?
Like looking more relaxed and like pleasant, I guess.
I'm gonna take this away from you so that may I give this to, do you know this person?
Yeah. I don't know.
Good guess, good guess.
With anybody in here, they might, so I'll be careful, I guess. But, so one of the things we wanna do is, and we could all try this, it's like, just jump up and down a little bit, and what happens, and let your feet fall where they when we do that, then our feet, I'll take us in heels, easier said than done. But our feet wind up being about shoulder width apart, yeah? And then maybe, I always like for one to be just a little bit behind the other. And anybody study martial arts? Martial arts? Yeah. What's that? Very helpful, especially for breathing and a lot of stuff. I studied martial arts when I was younger. And there's this thing called the L stance, which is, if you look at your feet when you do that, it winds up kind of making an S. You ever did that? Yeah, which is helpful. And I also double it because I teach near Chicago. And so if you ride the L, because may I push?
Yeah.
I'm gonna push. If you like unlock your knees a little bit, and you see, then like you're very stable, right? So on the train, you can ride like this without having to touch all the gross things that may or may not be there. And then we go from there upward. We stay rooted in that position a little bit. Not stuck, not solid, not glued, but we want to be strong like a reed, yeah? And then we want to see if we can get from there, then straight up through the hips, and then we want the shoulders back. And you do a really nice job of that, yeah? That you have a nice proud sternum. And I often talk about singing to the Queen. My wife sang a good bit in Spain. Have you ever been to the Teatro Real in Spain?
I've not been, but.
But you can imagine the box seats on the first balcony is the Queen's seat, right? Right? In the very center. So we don't want to sing down here.
Yeah.
We want to sing to the Queen. And we sing to the Queen often, most importantly, by making sure our sternum points there. And again, it's not stuck, it's not tight, it's not rigid, all very flexible, but still really nice and trajectory out. And then we just leave, and I'm gonna, with your permission, I'm gonna occasionally do this. Do you sing in the choir?
Yeah, I do.
Do you hold your folder in your left hand most of the time?
Most of the times, either both hands or we're memorized. So.
Oh, okay.
But
you have a little bit of what I would refer to as a folder shoulder, which is the tendency to emote with our choir folder.
I think that with that is like I sometimes like try to like conduct myself like while I'm
Oh.
singing, like while I'm practicing, but sometimes that like bleeds out like into performance,
Yeah.
and I end up like,
Again, I understand where it comes from,
Yeah.
but it's not, it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily add to the
Yeah,
communication,
definitely.
right? Especially in this case, when
Yeah.
we're trying to
Trying to
communicate
calm.
tranquility. yeah?
yes,
So with that in mind, could we take this really lovely stance you have going, and now again, I want you to just think about like breathing in and singing out with that very beautiful stance, and just let the sound come in and then out. Then let's go from there and start with that. Could we